Hello everyone. Do you want to know how to properly price your detailing services? Or do you just want to make more money? How about stop undercutting yourself? Does that sound good? We're going to get into just how you should price your services to make not only the money you deserve, the money that you worked hard for, that you spend hours on, or just to make. We're going to get into the specifics on why your services should be priced this way. So to jump right in, are you undercutting yourself? Have you set your prices and are still a little iffy? Does it not feel that rewarding at the end of the day? Do you know that your prices are worth more but you don't have the customers yet for it? These are all natural issues that come with the beginning of a detailing business. I definitely went through them, and still there are times that you will always question if you're doing the right thing. So the best way to handle that is to listen to your customers. Before we talk further about it, if you have already set your prices, listen to their feedback. Listen to what people are saying. If they are saying, wow, like, you are doing so much more than this other guy, then you are doing more than the other guy and you should probably raise them. Like, if they are just shocked at how low your prices are, then that might mean they are too low, right? Same thing if they are too high. If people are just baffled, or if every customer that you see is trying to work out a deal or is just iffy about the whole situation, maybe they're too high. The first way to fix these issues, or to start your pricing process, is to simply look around you and see what other nearby detailers are charging. If these detailers have been around for longer than you, then they probably have a better idea of what the local area is like. They know what kind of income people make. They know what they put into their services. They know what people expect. They've just had the experience. So go a little bit off of what they have already priced their services as. Do not copy them, because everyone is at a different level. That's another thing you have to consider. Is that these other ones, they have been in the game for far longer. If you're just now starting, you cannot expect to price too highly until you hone on your own skills. You have to take into consideration where you're at on your journey. If you can only do simple washes, then that's okay. Like, that is fine. We all have to start somewhere. But keep in mind that you are not doing anything that someone else could not do. You have to stand out and you have to hone your skills. If these other people have perfected talking to customers, then you probably need to do the same in order to compete with their pricing. Similarly, not only do you have to take into account your own tools, products, whatever it may be when pricing, you also have to take into account what the competition is pricing theirs at. What kind of tools and stuff that they have. There's so many variables that you really have to think about, and you can't completely copy someone else. You have to look at your own skills, your own tools, your own products, and where you want to be in the future. You have to realize where you see yourself going. If you want to do this as a side hustle, that's perfectly fine. Then don't charge like it's your only source of income. If you are wanting to do it full time, you might have to raise your prices a little bit. And then, above all else, you really have to take into account what the local area is expecting from you. We've already gone over how other detailers can price their services for these reasons, and so let's look at the opposite end. Why do the customers trust that process? Why do customers say yes to these prices, high or not? So in this scenario, you really have to think about what kind of income your community is making. You have to think about which ones of them you want to target in general. If you want to target the older, more wealthy, like with a more disposable income, then your prices might be higher. If you want a more consistent basis of work and want to build it up that way, then you want to look at maybe the lower income. Price things a little bit lower. Make your services, like your packages, if you make packages, make them smaller. Or try and do a middle ground. Get those disgusting vehicles, price more for those. Lighter messes, charge less. And while by no means is any of this simple, but this is probably the best way you can break it down. So to recap, just to go back over everything one last time, step by step. You want to figure out what other detailers in your area are charging. You want to loosely base yours off of theirs. You want to understand why their prices are set the way they are. Is it because of the products and tools they use? Do they have a team of people, or is it just one person? Are you a team of people, or are you just going to be a one-person show? You have to think about their skills and your own skills. You have to compare them. If you think you are a better communicator as compared to the other detailers, then that will give you an edge. That is a skill that you can use when it comes to pricing, because that is something that you have that others do not have. And then to wrap it all up, and then to finalize it, you really have to look at what the consumers are making, what your customers would be expecting, what kind of quality they would be expecting, what they're willing to pay for, how much they're willing to pay. And the reason we have to go about it like this, and we can't just say, oh, you want to wash? That's going to be $50. Like, the reason we cannot do that is because there are clearly so many different variables. You can't go into a low-income town and start charging, $2,000 per full package details. Like, it just doesn't work like that, because no one is going to come to you. They're going to go to the guy down the street who is more reasonable, whether you have better skills or not. That's not how it works. You have to take into account everything. On the other end, you can go into a high-income community and price really low. But that doesn't also necessarily mean that everyone's going to start coming to you, because higher the price means more quality technically, and if it is a higher income, they're going to want quality if they're going to put their hard-earned money into it. That's the same case everywhere, really. So you really have to try and find this nice middle ground after taking in all these factors to make sure that you're targeting the right customers for you based on how much you're willing to work, how much you're willing to get paid for your work, and how much they're paying to work around you. I wish it could be more simple and that I could give you straight prices, but the truth is that is not going to work if I tell you what I make then, or what I charge. It's not going to work for you. Like, it is so hard to give you information that will apply to every single case. Like, it is just unreasonable. So this is the exact same way that I started. It's the exact same way that I figured out how to price mine. And sure, you will have doubts along the way. Listen to all the feedback that you can get. Make sure you're taking all these things into account, and you will be set onto the journey of becoming a professional, to make the money that you deserve, to scale your business and to grow you and your business as a whole. Anyways, to wrap it up, I hope this helped you. I really do. I want us all to grow together. I want us to learn together. This is just from my own personal experience. If you can find out another way, then definitely let me know. I would love to know how to make it easier, because even though I'm already past that stage, I would love to spread the word to more and more people. I would love to just know how you did it and to take into account if I ever need to do the same thing. If I ever move, you have to take it into account. But with everything said, that's that. See ya.